Welcome to my channel, Click and Design. Let's get started.
Now we will see how to create a Revit template from scratch. For that, go to Models and select New. You will see this window, New Project. From here you have to select the template file. Choose the template file, None, and then Create New Project Template. You have to select the project template to create a new project template. Then click on OK. Now you have to specify the system of units. For that, I will select metric units. So here Revit has created a template and the system of units is metric. Now you have to save this template. For that you have to go to File, then Save As, select Template, and here I will select Desktop to save my template. I will create a new folder. Let's create a new folder and then open the folder and give a name to your template. Let's say Project Template and then save it. So we have this template, project template. So this is how you create template and you save it. Now we will talk about creating views in Revit. For that I have created this duct on the screen on level 1, and you can see in the project browser here we have floor plan and we have level 1 already, which is by default in the template. So let's create some more levels and more floor plans. For that I will go to the view. Here in the view we will select plan views, select plan views, and here you will see floor plan. So now we have level 2 and level 3. So now let's create floor plans for level 2 and level 3. Let's select together level 2 and level 3, and then so now you will see we have inserted level 2 and level 3 under the floor plans. It means that now we have level 1, level 2 and level 3 as a floor plan. So here we have 3 floor plans for 3 different levels. Now same we can do with the ceiling plans. If you will open the ceiling plans, you can see we have only level 1. So let's create ceiling plans for level 2 and 3. So we will do the same. We will go to the view, then plan views, and we will select the reflected ceiling plan. Now we need to select level 2 and level 3 all together and then click on OK. So now you can see we have 2 more ceiling plans, ceiling level 2 and level 3. So this is how you create floor plans and ceiling plans in Revit. Now let's talk about the sections. For the section views, here we have the section view. Click on it and you can create a default section view. As you can see, so it is a default section view. If you want to insert the head of this section view, for that you have to insert the family. For that, let's go to insert and load family, and from the Revit families you have to insert the family for the section. So here we have the section head, okay, filled. Let's select it and then open it. So the family has been inserted. Select the section view and then go to edit type. Here we have the edit type in the properties. Then you have to go to section tag and then click on this section, and after clicking on this section you will get this section head and section tail. So let's select the section head. We have already section head family filled, and then click OK and then apply and OK. So you will see we have already a section head with this section. Now let's include the tail of this section. So to include the tail, we'll again go to load family and then we'll insert the tail of the section. So let's see we have tail or not for the section. So here we have the tail, and let's select it and open it. So the tail has been loaded to the project. Now select the section and then go to the edit type, then again click on section tag, and then in the section tail you have to click and select the section tail filled. Okay, then apply and then okay, and apply and okay. Here you will see we have this section head and tail. Okay, so this is how we can create sections. So you can see in the project browser we have already sections which we have created. So this is the section which we have just created. If you will select and delete this section, select and delete, click on OK. So you will see we don't have any more sections over here in the project. So now let's talk about creating 3D views. As you can see in the project browser, we don't have any 3D view right now. So to create a 3D view, go to view, and here you will see the 3D view. Click on default 3D view. So here we have the 3D view for this project, and you can see in the project browser we have already 3D views. Click on this plus and you will see this is the 3D view which we have just created right now. If you want to create some more 3D views, you have to right click over here and then select duplicate view and then select duplicate. So you will have some more 3D views. So now let's talk about elevations, creating the elevation views. For that, go to view and we have elevation over here. Click on the drop down menu and select elevation, and you will get this annotation for the elevation. Okay, if you will place it over here and then click on modify, you can see this is the elevation which we have just created. Okay, then in the project browser you will see here we have the elevation. If you open this elevation, this is the elevation. Right click and then open this elevation. You can see this is the elevation view. So in such way you can create some more elevations. So let's create some more elevation. Go to the level 1 and then let's create some more elevations. For that, again elevation, and then you have to click tab key to define the direction to the elevation. Okay, so now we have created this elevation. As you can see in the project browser, we have elevation second A. Right click and then open. Now you can see the different elevation. So this is how you create views in Revit. So now we will see how to create annotation symbols in Revit. For that, we'll go to the annotate tab, and here we have the symbol. Select symbol, and now you can load a family of a symbol. So let's choose any of the symbol. Let's say this one, and then open it. So let's place this symbol. Let us suppose I want to use this symbol just to create a different symbol. For that, I will click on this symbol and then we'll go to the edit family, and then here I will see this is the symbol. Let's select it and delete it. In place of this symbol, I want to create a compass. For that, let's go to create. Let's select line and let's select a circle. So here we have made a circle. Now to create a compass, we need to create some arrows. To create a compass, we need some arrows. For that, we'll go to create again, then line, then we'll select the line. Now let's create some arrows. So here we have one line. Here I've created the arrow head. Now let's make it mirror about the center line. Now let's select this arrow and let's mirror it about this horizontal line. Now select this head, or maybe whole. Select this head, and now let's create a copy of it. So here we have a copy. Now let's rotate it at an angle of 90 degrees. Now select the arrowhead and move. Select the base point and place it. It has been placed. Now let's select the arrow again and create a mirror copy. So here we have the compass. Now if you want to insert the directions, the alphabets, you can insert the alphabets also. For that we'll go to create. Here we have the text, and let's insert text. And for the north, now let's drag and drop this text over here to represent the north direction. Now mirror it about the bottom also, and let's write S denoting the south. Okay, and the same with the rest of the directions. Select and copy. So here I have copied the north. Now let's mirror it. So let's insert the direction. So here we have the west, and here we have the east. So we have created a compass, as you can see. Now you can store this family. For that, file, save as family, and then you can save this family. So let it be compass symbol, and you can save it. Then you can load this family into the project. So here we have the compass. Okay, so let's insert this family again. For that, we'll go to the annotate tab and click on symbol, and you can see on the list here we have compass. So you can use this symbol wherever you want. This is how you create symbols in Revit. So now let's talk about the arrowheads in Revit. For that, let's insert a text. So here I will insert a text. So here we have the text. Now we can see we have this type of arrowhead over here. If in case we want to change the type of arrowhead, for that we need to go to manage and then go to additional settings. Here we have arrowheads on the bottom. Now we are going to create a different type of arrowhead. For that, we have this family and the type. You can see we have different types over here. Let's create a separate type. For that, we will click on duplicate. Let's create a 45 degrees arrowhead with filled head. Okay, so the head will be filled. So let's click on OK. Now let's select the arrow side. From here we will select arrow only, and we will select fill tick because we are going to fill it, and also we want the arrow should be closed, should check it. Now we need to mention the angle or the arrow width angle. Now it is 30, we want 45, so enter 45. Next is the tick size, let it be the same now, and then click on OK. So the arrowhead has been created. Now select this text over here, go to the edit type, and then here we have the arrowhead. You can see leader arrowhead. From here you can change the arrowhead. So we have created 45 degrees arrow with filled head. So select it and then apply and OK. So now you can see the arrowhead has been changed. So in this way you can create different arrowheads as per the requirement of the project. Now we will see how to create new materials in Revit. For that, we'll go to the Manage tab. In the Manage tab, you can see in the starting we have materials. Click on materials. So here you can see we have this material browser over here, and these are the by default material stored in Revit. To create a new material, you have to go at the bottom. Here you will see this drop down menu. Click over here and select create new material. So here we have the default new material. Right click over here and then rename it. So let's name it brick wall limestone. Okay, now we have created a new material with a new name. Now we will talk about its appearance. So here you can see in the graphics. You can define the shades for this particular material over here, and next is the appearance. So let's see in the appearance. We have over here image, so we can create a material with the help of image. If you have any image how the material looks like, you can easily create the material in Revit. For that, click on this image and then you can select the image how it looks like. So I have this image already, then open it. So this is the image, how it will look like. Now you can see in the preview the material will look like such as shown. Now go to the graphics and select use render appearance. Okay, click on apply and okay. So now we have created the material. Now let's go to the architecture and let's create a wall. Let's create an architecture wall. Here we have an architecture wall. Okay, now let's open the 3D view. So here we have the 3D view and you can see this is the wall. Now we need to apply the material to this wall. For that, let's change the view style to realistic. And so if you will see in the realistic, the wall will look like dark gray because this is the default settings. For that, let's select this wall and then go to the edit type. In the edit type we have the structure. Click on edit and then here you can see function. It is a structure, and material it is by category. So by default it is showing dark gray color. If you want to apply the material to this wall, click on this by category and select the material which you have just created. So here we have brick. So here we have brick wall limestone. Click and then okay, and then again okay, apply and okay. Now click on the screen and you will see the material has been applied to the wall. So this is how you can create material and apply your material to the element. Now if in case you want to change the texture of this material or the pattern, for that let's go back to the manage, again to materials. Here we have brick wall limestone. Let's change the texture a little bit. Go to appearance and here click on this image which you have chosen, and in the image you can see we have this texture size over here. So this size you can increase or decrease. If you go on the bottom, we have the scale. Let's change the scale a little bit. Let's make it 450 and height also 450. Okay, so the height and the width, they have this link between them. Click on done, apply and okay. Now you can see the difference. The texture has been changed a lot. So this is how you create materials in Revit and use them. Now we'll see how to create schedules in Revit. For that we'll go to the view tab, and in the view tab we will see over here these are the schedules. Click on the drop down menu and select schedule quantities. So now let's select from the filter list architecture only. Okay, now from the list of the categories let's select windows. So in the end we have windows. Okay, so now we are going to create a window schedule. So let it be the window schedule as name, and now we'll select the phase as new construction. About phase we will talk later on, and then click OK. Now you have the schedule properties. From here you will see the selected field, we have the windows. Now we have to select the available fields for this particular component. So let's select uh, level. Okay, let's select the level as a field for this component. Now let's select the height and family and type. Also can select width. Okay, and then also can select so after selecting the schedule fields, you can click on OK, and then you will see here we have a window schedule, but right now it is without any parameters, or you can say without any information, because we don't have anything in our project. Our project is empty. Now let's insert some components in our project. For that, let's go to architecture and let's create a wall. So here we have this wall. Now let's insert some windows family in this wall. For that, we'll go to window, then let's insert some windows family. We'll go to libraries and US metric, and in the end we have this windows. Let's select some windows family. Here we have some windows, select them and then open, click OK. So it will take some time to insert all the windows in the project. So now all the families have been uploaded into the project. Now let's go to the architecture tab and we'll select window from here. Now you will see from the properties menu we have a lot of windows. Okay, so let's select different windows. First of all, let's start with this and let's place this window in the wall. Okay, now let's select different window, let it be this, and also insert it into the wall. So let's select now this and same procedure. Now select some more, let it be this one, and here we have inserted some windows into our project. Now let's go back to the window schedule, and you will see here we have some windows families already. You can see their height, their level and the width. So the window schedule will show all the parameters and their information regarding the family. So the window schedule has been created. You can see in the project browser there is a window schedule. If you open the schedules, you will see here we have a window schedule. Let's create a sheet. Right click, new sheet, and then upload a sheet. Now for that, go to US metric and let's select the title blocks. Let's say A4 metric and open. So open this sheet. So here we have the A4 sheet. You can drag and drop the window schedule onto this sheet and click to place this schedule. So this is how you create schedules and you can place them on your sheets in Revit. So now let's see how to create sheets in Revit. For that, we'll go to the View tab and then we'll go to the Sheet Composition. Here you will see Sheet. To create a sheet, click over there and you will see this window, New Sheet. Right now we don't have any sheet or title blocks over here, so let's load them. Click on Load and load the sheets from the family. So here we have the sheets from the Revit family and you can load them. Let's select A1 metric sheet and then click on Open and click on OK, and you will see here we have the sheet A1 size. Now let's go to the project browser and in the sheets you can see this is the sheet which we have just inserted into the Revit project. Now let's insert some more sheets. Go back to the sheet again and let's load some more sheets. Let's say A3 size. Select and open and OK. So here you will see we have some more sheets. Now this was the first option to create sheets in Revit. The second option is to directly go to the project browser. Here you will see the sheets. right click on the sheets and click on the new sheet option. And now again you can insert sheets in Revit. Let's go to load and let's insert some more sheets. A4 size, open and okay. So now here you have some more sheets of A4 size. So now after creating the sheets, you can go to the sheets, and if you right click over there, you will see this option rename. From here you can give a number to a sheet and you can give a name to the sheet and then click OK. Let's say the number is 0809 and then the name is, let's say, sheet 1 and then click OK. And now you can see in the project browser the name and the number of the sheet has been changed. So this is how you create sheets in Revit.
So now we will see how to create tags in Revit. For that, let's go to the system tab and let's select a pipe and let's create a pipe. So here we have the pipe. It is not visible, so we need to change the view range. So let's change the view range here and click on apply. Now the pipe is visible. Let's change it to fine and shaded. So here we have the pipe. Now let's create tags. So for tags we have to go to annotate, and in annotate we have tag by category. Place the arrow of the mouse on the pipe and you will see we don't have any tag because it is a fresh template project. So we have to load a tag family. For that, click on yes to load a tag. So let's select a pipe size tag, select it and open, and now you will see we will have a tag for the pipe. Now as you can see, this size tag is showing the diameter of this pipe. Now let us suppose if we want to see the length of the pipe with the help of a tag. So let's create a tag for the length. For that, select this tag, go to edit type. Now click on duplicate and give a new name to this tag. So let it be pipe length tag. Okay, so this is the new name for the length tag. Click on OK and OK. Now you can see in the menu we have now length tag. So this is the length tag. Now we need to edit this. For that, we will go to the edit family, and in the edit family you can see this is a size label. So we need to remove this label. So select this size label, and then from the properties you can see here, over here we have label. Click on edit, and then here we have the size parameter. Let's remove this size parameter and then insert the length parameter, and then click apply and OK. Now we have the length label. Now load this into project and then click on overwrite the existing version. Now you can see here we have the length, but we don't see the units here. So let's insert the units also. With this, again click on the tag, then go to edit family, then click on length. Over here you can see edit label, or from the properties you can edit the label. So let's edit the label, and you will see here in the parameter we have the suffix. Let's add millimeters to it and then click OK. So you will see here we have the millimeter. Now let's load into the project, and you will see the values and the units already inserted with the new tag. Let's make some more modification in the tag. Select the tag again, then edit family. Okay, from here select the label, go to the edit type. Okay, from here you can select the color of the tag. Let it be orange, let's say. Okay, and then the line width, you can see over here the line width. If you want the line width, you can increase. Let it be 3. The text size, let it be, let's say 1.5, and then let's click apply. Okay, and then load into the project, overwrite it, and you will see the changes. So this is how you can create tags in Revit. And if you want to select this tag family, for that select the tag, go to edit family, and then go to file, from here save as family, and then you can save the tag where you want. Okay, so right now I will not save it. So this was about tag making in Revit.
So now let's talk about creating dimensions in Revit. For that, let's go to the Annotate tab, select detail line, and then let's select rectangle and sketch a rectangle. So here we have a rectangle. Now let's select the align dimension and let's specify the dimension for this rectangle. So here we have the dimension. Now if in case we want a different dimension style, for that select this dimension, go to edit type, and then here you can see duplicate. Click on duplicate to create a duplicate dimension or a new dimension style. So let's define the name, let it be new dimension style. Okay, and then click OK. Now we have this new dimension style over here. You can see in the type properties, and from the parameters you can change the values. For example, we have this dimension string type continuous, and you can choose baseline or ordinate from the same with the leader type. We have arc, we have line, so you can choose what is requirement. And next we have the line weight, you can see it is 1, and next we have the tick mark line weight, here it is 5. You can reduce it, let's reduce it to 1. Okay, next we have some more parameters, you can see, and you can modify them as per your needs. You can see we have this color also. If you want to define a color to your dimension, let it be orange, let's select orange. Okay, for the new dimension. And next we have the parameters for the text for the dimension. Here we have the width factor, text size. If you want to increase the text size, you can increase over here, let it be 5, let's say. Then we have the text offset, okay, and so on. We have the text font, you can change the text font over here. Then the text background, if you want it to be opaque or transparent, you can choose similarly. Next we have the unit formats. Here you can define the units. If you will see this alternate unit format from here, you can define the rounding decimal places. Okay, you can define the decimal places over here for the exact dimensions. Okay, similarly for the text we have the bold, italic and underline styles. You can specify, you can check them if you want such styles in your dimensions. And then after selecting all the parameters, after modifying the values, you can click on OK, and your new dimension will be ready. So here we have the new dimension. You can see this dimension has changed. Let's click over this dimension, and from the menu, from the properties, you can see here we have the diagonal dimension. It is the family type which was by default in the Revit. And let's talk about the new dimension. Click the align dimension, then select the new dimension style, and let's define the dimension over here. So you can see this is the difference. So this is how you can create the new dimension style in Revit. So now we will talk about how to create a new hatching style in Revit. For that, we will go to the Annotate tab, and here we have the region. And if you click on the drop down menu, you will see the fill region and the masking region. So now we will discuss about only the fill region, the hatching. So select fill region, and then select rectangle from the tools, and let's draw a rectangle, and then click on OK, and you will see the hatching pattern in this rectangle. If you will click on this hatching pattern, you will see the fill region, okay, here in the properties. Now let's create a new hatching pattern. For that, let's select again this hatching, and then let's go to the edit type, and then let's create
a duplicate. So we'll click on duplicate and let's create a name for the new hatching pattern. Let it be cross hatch new. So this is the new name for the new pattern. Click on OK. Now the pattern name has been created. Now we need to change the parameters. So in the parameters, first of all, you see foreground fill pattern. So let's click on this pattern and you will see the fill patterns. So here you can see some of the by default patterns stored in Revit. If you want to create a new pattern, you have to click over here and you can create a new fill pattern. So let's click on new fill pattern to create a new pattern. So here we have the preview for the new pattern what we'll create. Now let's specify the pattern name. So let it be again cross hatch pattern new. This will be the new pattern. We will select the type basic. Okay, now you will see in the setting we have parallel lines. As you can see in the preview, these lines are parallel, or you can select the crosshatch. You will see the change in the crosshatch and the parallel line. So let's select crosshatch and let's change the angle. Let it be 60. So you can see the change. Okay, and next we have the line spacing 1 and 2. So these are basically the space between the line 1 and 2. Let's make the changes. Let's make it 4 and let's make it 8. So you can now see the change in the preview. So let's make it 8 also, and here we can see the change in the preview. Okay, now next we have the orientation. So here we will choose orient to view. So this will be according to the view which we see in the preview. Click on OK. So we have created a new pattern, and then click on OK again, and now from the list you can select the new pattern which we have selected, which we have created just. So here we have the cross hatch pattern new selected. Click on OK. So here we have the pattern which we have just created. Now next we have the foreground pattern color. You can select the color over here to red. Okay, and next we have the background. We will not change it. Next we have the line width. If you want to increase the line width, you can increase it. Let it be 5. Okay, and then you can click on apply and OK, and you can see the change. Here we have the change in the pattern. This is the new pattern. If you will select thin lines, you can see the pattern easily. So again, let's go to the region. Let's select fill region, and here we have the new cross hatch which we have just created, and let's create a circle with this new hatch, and you can see the change. So this is how you can create new hatching patterns in Revit. So now we will talk about creating filters in Revit. For that, let's go to the system tab and let's draw a pipe. So here we have a pipe. Okay, now let's change it to fine and shade it. Okay, so this is pipe 1. Now let's create one more pipe. Select pipe. You can change the diameter also if you want. So here we have pipe number 2. Now you can see the visibility of these pipes is almost same. We cannot distinguish between them. For that, we can create a filter according to their visibility. So let's create a filter so that we can distinguish between them easily, because right now they are both having the same color. Okay, so let's select this pipe, first pipe, and now we can see here we have the system type harmonic supply. Okay, for the first pipe. Now let's select the second pipe, and let's see the system type. Here is supply. Make it to harmonic return. So now we have two pipes having two different system types, harmonic supply and return. Now let's create filters for them. For that, we will go to the view tab. We will have this filters. Click on filters. Then let's create filter from here. Click on new. Here we have filter 1. Click OK.
Now from the filter list you have to select the piping, okay, and now select the categories which you want to insert in filter. So let's select pipe fittings, pipes and pipe accessories, okay. Then all selected categories, their system type, select the system type should be equals to, let's say, ironic supply, okay. So now we have created filter 1 for the ironic supply. Click on apply. Now let's create filter 2 for the return. So here we have filter 2, click on OK, and then again pipe fittings, pipe accessories and pipes, all selected, system type equals to ironic return, okay, apply and OK. So now we have created filters for the system type, ironic return and supply, okay. Now let's go back to the view tab again and we'll go to visibility and graphics. Here we have filters, okay, and now you can see we have 3 filters over here which are by default in the Revit template, so you can remove them, select and remove. Now go to add the filters which you have just created. So select filter 1 and filter 2, click on OK. So here we have filter 1 and 2. So with the help of this filters over here you can define the visibility or you can change their visibility. So let's go to pattern for the filter 1. Let's change the color it to be green, pattern to be solid fill, again pattern type solid fill and color to be green. So this is the modification for the first filter, okay. Now let's create for the second filter. Again we'll go to patterns style solid fill, color let's say yellow, and again for the background. So here we have defined the separate different pattern style and pattern color for the filter 2. Apply and OK. You will see now both the pipes have different color according to a filter. You can easily distinguish between them and their system type, okay. So this was about creating filters in Revit. Now let's talk about the view templates, creation of view templates in Revit. So for that we have already created filters. Now let's insert the shadow in the view. Now the shadow is off, make it on. So now you can see here we have shadows for this pipe, okay. As you can notice, this is first mechanical floor plan. Here in the mechanical you can see this is the first mechanical floor plan. Now let's open the second mechanical floor plan. So here we have the second mechanical floor plan. Go to systems and select the pipe. Now let's create again the same pipes. The system type will be ironic supply. Here we have pipe 1, okay, and now let's create one more pipe with ironic return. So here we have different pipe, okay, change the visibility to shaded. So you can see the difference between mechanical 1 floor plan and the second. Here we don't have filters, okay, and mechanical 1 floor plan it looks more better as compared with the second mechanical. Now let's open the 3D plan. Here we have the 3D plan view, and in the 3D plan view also you can see these 4 pipes which we have just created on level 1 and level 2, and they are having the default color grayish. What if we want to apply these colors and these filters to second mechanical or to the 3D view? For that you can create a view template. For that let's go to the first mechanical floor plan. With the help of this mechanical floor plan we will create a view template. To create a view template you have to go to view and click on view templates, create template from the current view, enter the name, let it be user template and then click OK. So right now we have created a template from this current view, means all the view properties from this view we have stored in a template called user template. Now let's go to the second mechanical. You can see here we have the boring colors grayish black for these both pipes without filters. and without any shadows. Okay, so now let's apply the template from the one mechanical to the second mechanical. For that, again go to the view tab, go to the view templates and select apply template properties to the current view. From here you have to select the current template which you have created, user template, then apply properties and okay. So now you can see the template properties have been applied to the second mechanical floor also. Okay, now let's go to the 3D plan. Now let's apply the template properties to this 3D view. Again you have to go to view templates, apply template properties, select the template which you have created, apply properties and click OK. Now you can see the visibility has been changed everywhere with the use of view templates. So this is how you create filters and view templates in Revit. So now we will see how to insert families in Revit. For that we have an option, go to insert and here you will see load family. Click on load family and from here you can insert the families which you want. So right now I will insert this car family, the sports car, and then open it. So the family has been loaded, and now let's see how to insert the family into the project. For that you can go to the architecture and here you will see the component, place a component. You can go to the drop down menu also and place a component, and you can see you can easily place this car in the level 1 wherever you want. Okay, so this is how you place the components or the families into the Revit. So now let's talk about creating keynotes in Revit. For that, first of all we'll go to systems and let's draw some elements. Let's change the view range. So here we have an oval duct. Let I draw some pipe also. Here we have a pipe, and again in systems let's draw some electrical equipments. Let's place a conduit. Okay, so right now we have 3 elements on the screen, so we are going to create keynotes for these 3 elements. Okay, so for that we have to create a text file using notepad. So let's create it. Have the notepad, let's insert the key values, let's say 0001, and press tab key and write, let's say duct. Now enter another value 0002, press tab key and let's write pipe. Again this time 3, tab key and write conduit. So here we have the keynote values and here we have the comment. So we have made a notepad file for the keynotes. So let's save them, file, save as, and give a name to it, keynote. Okay, and save wherever you want. Save this file, close this file. Now let's open the Revit. So here we have the Revit template now. So now let's go to the annotate tab. Here we have this keynote. Let's select keynote and let's select user keynote, and here you will see the warning that we don't have any keynote family. So let's load it. Click on yes, and you will see here, and here you will see the keynote family. So here we have the keynote tag. Open it, and now let's place this keynote on this duct. Here we have a warning, keynote data not found. So let's insert the data for the keynotes. So now let's go to the annotate, and here we have the keynotes. Go to the keynoting settings and click on browse and select the keynote file which you have created.
the text file, open. The file has been loaded successfully. Click OK and OK. Now go back to keynote and select user keynote, and now place the keynote on the duct. Okay, and now from this file you can choose the keynote key value and the keynote text. Here it is duct, so let's select it and click OK. So you will see the keynote value. Now here we have a pipe, so let's place the keynote again and let's select the pipe this time. Click OK. So here we have the keynote for the pipe. Now for the electrical conduit, so here we have the conduit. Click and OK. So now you have got an idea how to create keynotes, how to create a text file for the keynotes and the keynotes. Now let's create a keynote legend. For that we'll go to the view, and here we have the legends. Click over here, we'll have keynote legend. Click on keynote legend and give a name to it. Let it be keynote legend. Click OK, and we have these two fields, key value and the keynote text over here. Okay, click on OK. Now you can see the legend has been created. Here we have the key value and the keynote text. Now let's go back to the level 1, and here let's go to sheets, right click and create a new sheet. Okay, so here we have a sheet. Here we have the sheet. Now let's place the keynote legend over here. For that I'll go to the project browser. Here I will see legends, open legends, and here is the keynote legend. Just drag and drop it over to the sheet, and you will see here we have the keynote legend. Just place it where you want, and the legend is created on the sheet. So this is how you create keynotes and create keynotes legends in Revit. So let's see how to create legend in Revit. For that we'll go to the insert tab, and then we'll load some families. Go to load families and then go to libraries, and in the libraries you can select the mechanical equipments. For example, let's say air side components, and let's select some of the AHU and let's select all of them. Control A and open. So now we are loading all the AHUs into this project template, so it will take some time. So now all the families have been loaded to the project template. Now after uploading all the families, we have to go to the view tab, and here you will see legends. So click on legend, and now let's create a new legend. Let it be mechanical equipment legend. Okay, then you have to select the scale. Let it be 1:100 and click on OK, and you will see in the project browser you will have legend over here, mechanical equipment legend. So the legend has been created. Now you have to go to annotate tab and then select the component. Click on the drop down menu and you will see the legend component. This command basically selects a particular component to the legend. After selecting the command, you will see over here family. Now from the drop down menu you can select the families. You can see we have all the mechanical equipments. So let's select any one of the family. Let's select this first family, and now you can see here we have the view. So from here you can select the view of the particular family. So let's select the floor plan first of all. So this is the floor plan view of the family which you have selected. Now let's select the elevation. So here we have the front elevation. Now let's place this front elevation near to this view. Now let's select one more family. Let it be some different, and now let's select the floor plan. So here we have the floor plan, and now select the elevation. So let's select the front elevation. So this is how it looks like from the front. Now let's select one more family. So let it be this,
and let's select the floor plan. So here we have the floor plan, and now it's time for elevation, front elevation. Place it. Okay, you can add some more families if you want for the legend. So let's select the floor plan and then the elevation front. Okay, so this is how this works. Now we have created this legend and we have inserted the component inside. Now you can go to the sheets, right click on the sheets and new sheet. So you have to create a new sheet. Now load some sheets into the project. For that, go to the libraries again and then select the sheets. We have the title blocks. Let's select the A3 matrix sheet and then open it and then click OK. So here we have the sheet, the title block. Now you can go to the legends. Here we have the mechanical equipments legend. Just drag it and drop it on the sheet where you want, place it. So this is how you can create legends in Revit. So now we will see how to create levels in Revit. For that, let's go to floor plan. So here we have a floor plan opened in Revit, and now let's sketch a section view. So here is our section view. Okay, now right click over here and then go to view. So now in properties, go down and uncheck crop view and crop region. Okay, so here what we see, this is our default level in Revit. It is without the head. So let's insert the level head. Okay, for that we'll go to the insert tab, then we will load family, and then we have to insert the head of the level. For that, let's go to libraries. Here on the bottom, you will see the level head. So here we have the level head circle. Okay, what we need, open it. Now the family has been loaded into the project. Now you have to select this level, then go to edit type, and here you will see the symbol. It is none over here. Select level head circle, the family which you have just inserted in Revit project, and then click apply and OK. So now here we have the level 1 created. You can extend this line further if you want. Okay, now the level 1, as you can see, it is placed at level 0 millimeter. Now let's create some more levels. For that, select the level 1 and then click copy command and select multiple and constraint. Now pick the level and define the distance, offset distance, let's say 4500, and then enter. You will get level 2, and then same again for level 3. Specify the distance, let us say 4500 again, and then enter. So here we have level 1, 2 and 3. Now to align these levels, we need to go to annotate, and in annotate we have to select aligned. Now let's, with the help of this align dimension, specify the dimension between them. So here we have the dimensions, okay, between them. Now let's click over here on the 0 level and let's insert some value, let us say 100 mm, and then enter. You can see the level 1 has been lifted about 100 mm. Okay, now let's undo it, Ctrl Z. Okay, now select this dimension and click on this lock, or you can say the constraint. Now let us try to change this level, level 1 at 0 again by 100. Now you can see that level 1 has been increased by 100 and also level 2 has been increased by 100. Before, this value was
before this value was 4500 and now it is 4600. Okay, so these two levels, level 1 and level 2, are constrained with this lock. So here let's lock this one and this one. So both the dimensions has been locked. Now lift this level again by 100 and enter. Now you will see that both the levels, level 2 and level 3, has been raised by 100. Okay, because of this constraint locked. So this is how we create levels in Revit. Let's talk about the line styles, how to create line styles in Revit. For that, I will go to the manage tab. Here I have additional settings. Click on additional settings, then select line styles. Now you will see in the window line style we have this category lines. If you will click on the plus, you will see these are the default line styles in Revit. Okay, so now let's create a new line style. For that, we'll go to new and then enter the name of the new line style. Let it be new style. Okay, and then subcategory will be lines and then click OK. So here you have new style. Okay, so now in the next column we see line width. Let's assign line width. Click on the top down menu and let's assign 5. 5 will be the line width for this new style. Okay, now let's select the line color. So let it be red. Okay, and then we have the line button. Let it be solid. Then click on apply and OK. Now let's use this line style. For that, I will go to the annotate tab, then select detail line and then select a rectangle. Okay, now from this line styles you can select the new style which we have just created, and now let's create a rectangle with the help of the new style. Okay, so you can see this is the new line style which we have just created. Okay, now let's talk about creating new line weights. Now for that, we'll go to the manage, again additional settings, and here we have the line weights. First of all, let's go back to the line style, additional settings, line styles, and open this. You will see here we have the new style. The line width is 5. Okay, so we will remember this. The line width for this particular style is 5. Now go back to the additional settings, line weights, and you will see here we have the line width 5 under model line weights. Okay, this is the line width which we have used for the new style, and here we have the scale in the X direction. We have the scale 1:100, and as you can see on the working plane we have the scale 1:100. So this is the line width, and here we have the scale. Now from here you can modify the line width as you want. Here you can see it is 0.5. Let's make it 1.5. So make the modification. Here we have 1.5, then click on apply, and you can see the line width has been increased. Okay, so now let's roll back the changes in the line weights. Go back. Here we have the line width 5 and this is the scale. So let's make it back to 0.5 and then OK. You will see the line width has been changed. Okay, now let's change the pattern for this new line style, or let's create a new pattern. For that, I will go back to the additional settings, then we have this line patterns. Now let's create a new pattern. Okay, so let the name will be new pattern. So here we have the new pattern. First of all, we have to select the type. Click over here and select, let's say dash, and give the value for the dash. Let's say 5 mm. Now you can select space if you want. The space will be 5 mm. Now let's select dot. So the size of the dot is fixed, that is over here given. Okay, now let's select again the space and it will be 5 mm. Okay, so now we have determined the type and the value for the type. The name for the new pattern will be new pattern. Okay, click on OK. The new pattern has been created. Click on OK. Now We'll go to the additional settings, go to the line styles, and then here open this. Now we have this new style. Let's change the line pattern for this rectangle. Here we have the new pattern selected and apply. Okay, so you can see the pattern of the rectangle has been changed according to the new pattern which we have created just. So this is how you create line styles, line weight and line patterns in Revit. So now we will talk about export settings in Revit. For example, if you want to share your project with your client, so how you will export the project. For that you will go to the file, click on file, and you will see the export. Click on export, okay, and come to the bottom, and you will have some options for the export. So here we have export setups. Click on the export setups, and you will see this window pop up for the export setups, and click new export setup. Okay, let it be setup 1, and then click OK. And now you have chosen the setup 1, and you will see that you have layers, line, patterns, text, and so on regarding the project. So from this window you can modify the layers. You can see we have different categories over here for all the elements in this project and their projections. Okay, and same with the lines. You can see here we have the line types and then the patterns. Okay, the patterns which we have used in this project, and the text and the fonts. Next we have the colors. Okay, which color index you want to export. Next we have the solid, which type of solid you want to export, polymesh or ACIS solids. Okay, next we have the units, which type of you want to export, and then we have the general settings here. Okay, so let's talk about the layers. From here you can decide the layers for your categories, and you can modify them as per the client requirements easily. And then after making the adjustment in layers and colors and so on in different categories, you can save this setting by clicking OK, and you can easily export your project. So you have to go to export, then let's say the CAD formats, click on DWG to export into a AutoCAD file, and here in the DW export you can select the export setup which we have just created, and then you have to just click on next to create export, and you can save this export wherever you want. So this was about the export settings in Revit. So now let's see how to create print settings in Revit. For that we'll go to file, print, click on this arrow, and then select print setup. So now we'll create a custom print setup. Okay, so for that let's select the size of the sheet to be A4, and then paper placement, let it be in center. Zoom, it should be at 100% zoom, and then hidden line views, let's select the raster precision because we want the transparency. Then about the appearance, we will select the raster quality to be high and color print. Okay, and we have some more options which you can select individually. Okay, and then orientation of the sheet also you can define. Now after doing the settings, you can save the settings. So click on save as, and then give a name to this settings. So let it be A4 printing settings. Okay, so then click on OK, and your settings have been stored in the project. Okay, now let's do the printing work. For that, select Ctrl P from your keyboard, and you will see this printing option. From here you have to select the print range. So either you can choose the current window, so this will be your current window in the background, or you can choose the selected views. For that you have to go to select, and you have to select the views which you want to print. Here you can see in the show we have sheets and views. If you want to print sheets, so uncheck the views, you will see only the sheets. Okay, so in the sheets you can select the sheets which you want to print. Okay, and then you can click on OK to print this particular sheets on A4 sheet settings. Okay, after choosing the sheets, you can click on OK. And then if you have a printer attached, and then if you have an attached printer to your system, you can click OK and the print will start. Now we'll talk about creating text style in Revit. For that, we'll go to the Annotate tab. In the Annotate tab, you can see over here text. Okay, so you have to click over this arrow for text types. After clicking on this arrow, you can see here we have the type properties for the text. The family is system family text, and here we have the different types. Okay, so to create a new text type, you have to click on duplicate and then give a name to the text. Let's say 2 millimeter text. Okay, and then click OK. Now you can give color to the text. Let it be let's say red. Okay, then line width you can modify over here. Let's say 4. Okay, then you can select the background. You want the background to be opaque or transparent, so better will be transparent. Then you will set the leader offset if you have a different value, the leader arrowhead. Okay, then next in the text you have the text font. Here we have Arial. You can choose different if you want. Okay, and next we have the text size. As the name says 2 millimeter text, so the text size will be 2 millimeter. So write 2 millimeter. Next we have the tab size. It is by default in the Revit. And then we have the bold and the italic. If you want the text to be bold, you have to check this. If you want the text to be italic in nature, you can select this. And then we have for the underline. Okay, and next we have the width factor, which will not disturb. Click on OK. Now let's insert the text. We'll go to the text, select text, and then from the drop down menu you can select the 2 millimeter text. Now you can place the text on the screen, click on the screen, and you can easily write the text. Okay, so this is how you create text in Revit. If in case you want to make some modification in this text style, so for that you have to click on this text. We'll go to edit type. Let's say I want to change the color of the text to black. Click OK and then apply and OK. So here you will see the color of the text will be changed. Okay, so this is how you create text in Revit. So now we are going to create view title tags. For that, let's open a view title tag family. We'll go to file, click on open, then I will select this family type and then we'll open it. So here we have the family. Let's modify this view title tag. So for that I will go to line and then we'll select a rectangle, and let's create a rectangle over here. Okay, and one more rectangle, and one more. Okay, now let's create a partition. Again we'll go to create, we'll select line, then let's select the line also, then again let's create a partition in the rectangle. So now we have created a frame for the labels. Now we will insert the labels in this view title tag. For that we'll go to create, and here you will see label. In the label you have to insert the labels. For that, first of all we have to insert the label detail number. So we have the place this block for the detail number label. Click over here and you will see here we have the labels. So let's select detail number and then insert it inside the label parameters and then click on OK. So here we have the label number. Now you can see this font size is very big, so let's click the size, edit type, and then make it duplicate and make it, let's say 3 mm. Okay, and then click OK,
and now change the text size to 3 mm. Okay, and then click on OK. So now you can see we have changed the label size. So now the second label we have is the sheet number. So for the sheet number we have this place over here. So let's insert the sheet label. For that, again we'll go to create, then we'll click on label, then we'll click over this block, and then we'll insert the sheet number. So here we have the sheet number. Click on sheet number, insert into label parameters, and in place of sheet number you can write, let's say, XXX. Okay, and then apply and OK. So again we have the problem with the font size. Click the font, duplicate, and then let it be 3 mm in size, and then click OK. Now you can change the text size here to be 3 mm, and then click on OK. So here we have the font size reduced. You can make it more or less. Okay, let's make it more or less. Let's click on font again, and then go to edit type. Let's make a one more duplicate copy. Let it be 2.5 mm, and then click on OK, and then change the text size to be 2.5. I think it will be matching to the block. Okay, now you can see it is perfectly matching with the block. So here we have the label for the sheet number. Now we need one thing more. Select this font, then go to edit type. You have to select the perfect background, that the background should be transparent. So here we have the transparent, so it's okay. Now we have to insert the label for the view name. So here we have the block for the view name. For the label, we'll go to create again. In this block we need to insert the view name. For that, we'll go to the create. Here we have the label. Click on label, and then place the label, and then select the label which you want. So we want view name. Select the view name. Okay, we'll insert this view name, and in place of sample value you can insert let's say VN stands for view name. Okay, click on apply, and then OK. So here we have the view name. Now let's select the view name and change the size. Here you have the 3 mm, so it's okay. Let's place it over here. Now we are left with the last block. This is for the scale. So let's insert the label for the scale. For that, again create, then label, and then select this block, and then select the scale. So here we have the view scale. Now insert this, and let's select the sample value as scale, and then click on OK. So here you have the scale. Now let's select the scale and change the label value. Let it be 2.5. Okay, now I think it's perfect. Okay, so here we have created a view title tag. So now let's save it. So we have saved it. Now after saving it, let's close it, and now let's go to insert again. Then we'll go to load family, and then again open the Revit families, then go to libraries, US metric, then search for title blocks, and let's select A3 metric title block, and then open it. So after this you have to go to sheets. So here we have the sheets. Right click over the sheets and create a new sheet, and select A3 metric sheet and click on OK. So here we have the sheet and the title block. Now let's go to the views. Let's open the floor plans level 1. So right now on level 1 we don't have anything, so let's sketch something. Let's go to system, let's create some elements on level 1. Let's select duct, and let's draw a duct. Here we have a duct, and
let's create some pipes. So again to systems and pipe. So here we have pipe also, and now let's draw some electrical systems. Let it be cable tray, so let it be here. Now we have drawn something on the level 1. Now let's go to the sheet. You can drag the level 1 to the sheet. Okay, so here we have the viewport, you can say. Okay, so now let's insert the view tag or view title tag to this view. For that, select this view port and then go to create type, create a duplicate, let's say, and insert a name to this viewport. Let it be floor plan view port. Okay, and click on OK. And now in place of title, you have to select the view title tag family which we have loaded into the project. Show title, in this place you have to select yes, then click on OK, and you will see here we have the view title tag. You can click on the title and then you can drag and place it where you want it. So this is how you can create the view title tag in Revit. So now we will talk about creating views in Revit. For that, I have created this duct on the screen on level 1, and you can see in the project browser here we have floor plan and we have level 1 already, which is by default in the template. So let's create some more levels and more floor plans. For that, I will go to the view. Here in the view, we will select plan views, and here you will see floor plan. So now we have level 2 and level 3. So now let's create floor plans for level 2 and level 3. Let's select together level 2 and level 3, and then so now you will see we have inserted level 2 and level 3 under the floor plans. It means that now we have level 1, level 2 and level 3 as a floor plan. So here we have 3 floor plans for 3 different levels. Now same we can do with the ceiling plans. If you will open the ceiling plans, you can see we have only level 1. So let's create ceiling plans for level 2 and 3. So we will do the same. We will go to the view, then plan views, and we will select the reflected ceiling plan. Now we need to select level 2 and level 3 all together and then click on OK. So now you can see we have 2 more ceiling plans, ceiling level 2 and level 3. So this is how you create floor plans and ceiling plans in Revit. Now let's talk about the sections. For the section views, here we have the section view. Click on it and you can create a default section view, as you can see. So it is a default section view. If you want to insert the head of this section view, for that you have to insert the family. For that, let's go to insert and load family, and from the Revit families you have to insert the family for the section. So here we have the section head. Okay, filled. Let's select it and then open it. So the family has been inserted. Select the section view and then go to edit type. Here we have the edit type in the properties. Then you have to go to section tag and then click on this section, and after clicking on this section you will get this section head and section tail. So let's select the section head. We have already section head family filled, and then click OK and then apply and OK. So you will see we have already a section head with this section. Now let's include the tail of this section. So to include the tail, we'll again go to load family and then we'll insert the tail of the section. So let's see we have tail or not for the section. So here we have the tail, and let's select it and open it. So the tail has been loaded to the project. Now select the section and then go to the edit type, then again click on section tag, and then in the section tail you have to click and select the section tail filled. Okay, then apply and then OK, and apply and OK. Here you will see we have this section head and tail. Okay,
So this is how we can create sections. So you can see in the project browser we have already sections which we have created. So this is the section which we have just created. If you will select and delete this section, select and delete, click on OK. So you will see we don't have any more sections over here in the project. So now let's talk about creating 3D views. As you can see in the project browser, we don't have any 3D view right now. So to create the 3D view, go to view, and here you will see the 3D view. Click on default 3D view. So here we have the 3D view for this project, and you can see in the project browser we have already 3D views. Click on this plus and you will see this is the 3D view which we have just created right now. If you want to create some more 3D views, you have to right click over here and then select duplicate view and then select duplicate. So you will have some more 3D views. So now let's talk about elevations, creating the elevation views. For that, go to view and we have elevation over here. Click on the drop down menu and select elevation, and you will get this annotation for the elevation. Okay, if you will place it over here and then click on modify, you can see this is the elevation which we have just created. Okay, then in the project browser you will see here we have the elevation. If you open this elevation, this is the elevation. Right click and then open this elevation. You can see this is the elevation view. So in such way you can create some more elevations. So let's create some more elevation. Go to the level 1 and then let's create some more elevations. For that, again elevation, and then you have to click tab key to define the direction to the elevation. Okay, so now we have created this elevation. So now we have created this elevation. As you can see in the project browser, we have elevation second A. Right click and then open. Now you can see the different elevation. So this is how you create views in Revit. So now let's create a title block for Revit. Let's go to file, go to open and open a family, and let's select a title block family and open it. So here we have the title block family for the A3 size, and now let's create the inputs. So now let's create some lines. For that, we'll go to create, and here we have the line. Select line and let's create some lines over here. So here I will draw the first line. Now click on this line and you can see the reference distance of this line from the bottom is 18.5. Let's make it 10. Okay, so here we have the first line. Now let's copy and create some more lines. So select the line and then select copy and pick the base point and mention the distance 10. So here we have one more copy. Now let's again copy it, multiple and constrained, select and again and one more time. So here we have created some lines, as you can see. Now let's create a vertical line again. So here let's say this is the vertical line, and let's make a partition also. Create line, and here let's say this will be the place for the company's logo. And now let's create one more partition, create line, and let's create one more partition over here. Okay, use the slice command, use this slice command and slice this line over here, and now you can select and delete this line. Okay, so let's delete these lines also. Select and delete, select and delete. So now
the frame has been created. Now let's insert a logo for this title block. For that I will go to insert, then import image, then let's import this logo over here, open it and place it over here in the beginning. Let's make the size suitable for the frame, and now let's place it over here. So it is for the company's logo. Now let's insert some labels regarding the project. For that we'll go to create, we'll select label. Now let's create the first label, place it over here, and let's select the project name label. So here we have the project name, insert it and then OK. So here we have the project label. Let's shift it little up. So here we have the project name. Now insert some more labels, label name, and let's place it over here, and let's select the project address. Here we have the project address, select and OK. Select the project address and shift it. Now again create label and place it over here. Select the project issue date. So here we have the project issue date over here. Select it, upload it. Now you can see it is coming in the 4th row. So let's enlarge it and it will be fine. So here we have the project issue date. Now again to create label, select the label, let's say project status, and insert it. Okay, so here we have 4 labels for this particular title block. Okay, now select line and let's create the contour for this sheet. For now so we have created this contour for the sheet. So here we have the sheet, as you can see. Now let's go to the manage tab, and then we'll go to and then let's insert the project information. So here we have the project issue date, let it be 08/09/2019. Project status, let's say pending. You have to click over here, then project address, you have to click over here, and then enter the text. Then click on OK. Then project name, let it be Moscow Metro. Next we have project number. It can be anything, you can write anything, whatever. Project number, you can write whatever you want. So here we have the number. Okay, and you will see the details have taken its place. Okay, so this is how you create title blocks in. So now we will see how to create starting views in Revit, and for that I have this sample project opened in Revit. So here we have level 1 and level 2 and some more 3D views, as you can see. So starting view is a view when you see while opening your Revit project. Okay, so it is the first view. So let us say I want this view, 3D view, from your as a starting view. For that I will go to the manage tab, and in the manage tab I will see this icon starting view. Select this starting view, and from the list you can select this view. So here we have this 3D view from the yard. select it and click OK. Okay, so now this 3D view is our starting view for this project. So now let's open this project again. Before opening, let's save it. So we have saved this project and save this starting view. Now let's close this project and we will open it again. So open and select the project and open it. So after opening the Revit software, you will see this starting view from yard. Okay, so every time you will open this project, you will find this view in the starting. So this is how you create starting views in Revit.